What's going on? Want to make a little documentation of some of the things that I seen, and there's kind of could be spiritual significance onto the signs of the times. Like exactly, see where you know you're in the time clock of the prophecy is by certain signs take place, like certain events, milestones. And I'm wondering if this is really fucking the milestones, man. That okay. Seen all right here, Flint. We had a water crisis. Okay, the water was polluted. That's kind of a sign. You know what I'm saying? The bitterness, wormwood sign. Just in itself. Another thing that I've been seeing personally is all kinds of signs in the sky. Other kind of weird animal signs. Animals coming two by two to me, and then having a dream about, animals too, man. It's kind of like all in the string concession of events. It's kind of freaking crazy. But okay, that's another sign that I seen lately. I seen the flowers bud at strange times during this when there was snow out. The flowers were budding, and then not budding, and then budding again. And I mean, it was weird. That was another kind of a sign. Sign. I mean, I've seen strange, like, for one, they got strange looking things in the sky. Like, I've caught all kinds of strange stuff like that shouldn't be there if it wasn't somehow either controlled, manipulated, or something news being observed, like a war in heaven. Uh, like it says in Revelations, basically. So, what else did I see? I saw strange birds. Like the other day, I saw fucking all kinds of birds around. Never seen that before. There's also a whole bunch of little kind of bee-looking things, man, around right now. Like they're everywhere. Before all this, there was a fucking rash of fleas. It was like seemed like there was a lot more fleas than usual. And I mean, that's kind of a plague there. We kind of had a lot of frogs this year break out, and toads just at certain times. But I mean, it wasn't biblical proportion. But no, it's like it's strange because you see I guess this don't happen all the time. I've been finding all kinds of bug carcasses. They're not carcasses, but they're cocoons. They grow out of this one kind of bug and turn into a freaking basically a locust or a grasshopper of some sort. Been finding them everywhere. I've seen all kinds of like strange grasshoppers. So I mean, look, these are if you add these things up, uh, they start to it creates a weirder demographic. You know what I'm saying? To the demo, uh, to the demo of the graph. Let me think of other strange signs. Yeah, the double rainbows, the Kembos. That's an upside down rainbow. That's straight up. You look up at like North Star position in the middle of the day. You'll see it's a smiley face rainbow. When rainbow almost look like a frown. You know what I'm saying? But a double rainbow. Like the sky that looked like it was on fire. You know what I'm saying? And I've seen the mushroom shaped clouds here and there. But the creatures, man, and then I even caught one called Chemtrail Bluebeam Messiah. I mean, and then I saw some things in my life too, man, that you could almost say are signs. But I'll stick to the stuff that's going on right now at the moment. Let me think anything else. Just off Jump Street. Yeah, man, no, and it's like these days you kind of see how things really deteriorate and fade away, man, and turn into moth-eating things. When you like drive down the street and you'll see like someone stuff out on the curb. It's just like that. Like you hoarded up all your things for the end times, and you'll find you'll find all these countless situations where it's just like uh, it's all out on the curb anyway. At some point, Uh, including even most of us, man. Even with life in this world, man. Cause you don't want to live, man, and making this life, this physical reality, your idol. Uh, and give too much reverence to it. Uh, and it's in these little signs like that, man. And reminders. That's what they are. It's kind of like reminders too that like all these things will melt with fervent heat anyway. So if you're too attached to it, uh, it's gonna, you're not gonna be able to accept it when the things happen, when they transpire. Uh, but it's like there's all these times in the Bible where it says, "Remember, I told you these things," and when it happens, remember that I told you, and that you may know that this is true word or whatever. What I'm telling you here is true, and remember it and document it. So when it happens, you'll remember he said it. So that's real. I see in life. I concur. This is going down. I mean, like I said, the fleas weren't like I don't know if that's a biblical plague just to have flea outbreaks, but there was a lot of them at moments. There were really it was just like it was raining freaking fleas. The flies have came out, man. That's another one. I don't know if I mentioned that. The flies, man, they've been flying around everywhere. Lately, anyway. Uh, Let me think. It's like the weather's been really freaking weird, like just strange. It's not regular. Another thing. Oh yeah, just a reminder of these things that happened. The blood moon. I watched a few of them. Uh, and in a way, I saw this one time, man, the sun rising as the an eclipse was going down, man. It was something like that where I saw the sun was out and the moon was still going down with the freaking eclipse, and it was really weird that I saw them both at the same exact time. Oh, more weirdness. No, things that I've seen, just little, and the synchronicities and the like, the it's everywhere. It's written in everything. Like you play the game, Grand Theft Auto, the newer one, the San Andreas. It's like, look, it's encoded in the game. All kinds of things, man, about the end of time and the Bible and Revelations and all that. That stuff is encoded into everything. Even whether sometimes they do it on purpose and in unintentional ways, at least unknowingly, maybe to the person who did it, they're channeling the the twisted view of things from the dark side. Those are more. It's more signs, man, that I've seen. Yeah, another thing to witness signs, man. It's like about what people do nowadays, in the geopolitical and in the war thing. I've seen it. The uptick of weird Gestapo, gang stalker, Stasi actions on the street. That's another. I'm bearing witness to something stirring, an evil thing stirring in the underbelly, in the it's everywhere. It's not just in the it's it's not just in the hood. It's not just in the suburbs. It's not just out in the country. It's like shit's an ever present weirdness, and it's just another sign of the times, man. That it's like basically there'll be a real civil war type of a mindset and a very nationalistic, ethnic driven, satanic, murderous kind of a spirit that's going to come upon everyone. And to some extent, I've seen more risings of that too, man. Of animosities, ancient animosities being rekindled, but not for a real motive. Sometimes it's for more of a political theatrics to kind of set the mood. You know, like when you're trying to get some, you'll put on the candles and the music and all that. It's like these people basically set a table, get the candles and the music and all that, and they it's like Jerry Springer. They get two opposing factions that are both effed up to fight about it in front of everyone while they watch and go, you know what I'm saying? Uh, it kind of works like that a lot of the times. It's for show. It's just a think tank database strategy that was orchestrated and hyped and engineered and coerced and let loose upon us, man. And it's what is it? Wars, rumors of wars. It's constantly they talking about wars, rumors, and wars. See, the rumors is the side war against your mind, and that shit is even worse than the war itself, man. I mean, in ways, it's just as fucking torturous, and they know how to use this. You know what I'm saying? To break us down a little bit and overwhelm you, man, with all the despair and all that stuff, man. You know, we see lying signs and wonders like holographic concerts and these things that we're seeing in the sky, and some of them appear that they could be just natural or from global warming, but they're not. You know what I'm saying? There's machines, there's trickery, there's magicianry, there's technological hid back sciences. You know what I'm saying? That we're seeing the effects of them, but